Okay guys, so just like the title says, let's build a help desk ticketing system for free. Okay guys, so the very first step is to take care of our hosting and domain name registration. So for this, simply click on the very first link in the description below where it says get hosting here. Okay guys, so if you're watching this video before December the 3rd, 2023, then you will enjoy a massive 85% discount on your hosting plans. So that means that you have access to Hostinger's premium services for just $1.99 per month. Now, if you're watching this after December the 3rd, 2023, well, don't worry, I still have a special deal for you and a dedicated coupon code MrWeb that you can use at checkout. So simply click on this link here, and this will bring you to this page. So this is a co-branded page that we have with Hostinger. And as you can see, you get access to special discounted prices up to 85% off. So this is a Black Friday sale special offer. Now they have special offers throughout the year, but this is the best offer you can get at the moment. And again, this is valid until the 3rd of December. And after this, you can still use the coupon code MrWeb at checkout. So if you scroll down the page, as you can see, you can claim your deal. So basically you have 3 different offers here: $1.99 per month, $3.49, $8.99. So what's the difference between those 3? Well, basically this is ideal if you're just starting up or hosting just one website like we are going to build today. If it's just the one website you need, well, that's absolutely fine, you know. This one is for business, as you can see, up to 100 different websites, and the cloud startup is for up to 300 websites. So this is more like for web agencies or something like this. As you can see, you can save up to 85%. This is the best deal ever at the moment. And for less than the price of a cup of coffee per month, you can have your website on the premium plan from Hostinger. Also, as you can see, if you scroll down the page, you get free domain name, which is normally $9.99. So you save another tenner there. You get your free mailbox as well, unlimited bandwidth, as free SSL certificate. So most hosting provider will charge you for this as well, at least a tenner. I've seen $24.99 in some companies as well. So again, all these features are included for just $1.99 per month. So all you have to do is basically click on this button here, add to cart, and then from here you need to select your billing cycle. As you can see, 1 month, 12 months, 24 months, or 48 months. Obviously, the best value is on 48 months. As you can see, it's only $1.99 for this one. So you get the same price for 4 years. So the total cost, let me scroll down here, as you can see. So it's only $95.52 over 48 months. So that's like $23.88 per year, so $24 per year. That's all it's costing you. So if you scroll down, obviously they're going to add taxes on top. It's only $21. So total cost here, $117.49. So depending where you're based, the taxes may vary slightly, you know. Now I have an even better news for you. As you can see, 85% discount, $117.49. Now I have a coupon code as well. So here type MrWeb, okay, and then apply. So 11749. And now $105.74. So you saved another $12 in total, guys. Okay. So after this, simply proceed to checkout. Very good. And once you've gone through the checkout process, you can go back to this page and log into your account. Okay. So log in, and then enter your email address and password and click login. So this is your Hostinger dashboard. And right here on top, as you can see, you can claim your free domain. So for this, let's click on claim domain. And right there, you're going to type the domain name that you want to register. So for instance, your domain name, okay? And then select your extension. As you can see, you have .in for India, .me for personal websites, .com, this is the most popular one, obviously. You also have .net, .xyz, .help, .host. So select the one that suits your type of business. So let's go ahead with .com as an example here. And then we're going to check the availability. So let's click on this. And as you can see, this one is already taken. So you might have to look for a different variation of your domain name. So in our case here, we're just going to try to register Learn with MrWeb, okay, as a .com. So again, let's check the availability. So this one is available. So we're going to claim our domain, okay? So let's do this together. So let's claim our domain. And then by law, you have to enter your details here, obviously, you know, because you have to know who's registering the domain name. So let's click on the next step. So I'm going to fill this out very quickly. So there you go. And now finish registration. Very good. So now let's click continue. Very good. As I can see, the email verification is pending at the moment. So basically go to your mailbox and click on the link that's inside that email. So I've done that already. So now we can refresh. Very good. As you can see, now it's active and verified as well. Now we can set up our server. So we go back home here. So depending on which plan you purchase, maybe premium, business or cloud, you will see one of those sections here, okay? So when it's not set up yet, you will have a button like this one just next to it. So again, it could be premium, business, or cloud. Either of those is absolutely fine, you know. So now click on setup. Now we're going to click on start now. And right here, you're going to go through a few different questions. It's like a setup wizard, basically, you know, to help you set up your hosting. So as you can see, I have a few questions here. What are you creating the website for? So you can select either of those, or you can skip altogether. I would advise that you skip this one altogether, you know. Right here, what are you going to do? Are you going to create a new website or migrate a website? Well, in our case, we're going to create a new website. So select this. So do you want to build this with AI or ourselves? Well, we're going to build this ourselves. So just skip this step altogether now. And you're going to select your domains. So normally it should show up automatically, but if you have more than one domain registered, you might click on the drop-down menu and select the one that you want to assign to this, and then click select. And now right here, you're going to select your server. So this should be normally the nearest either to you or to your target audience. So let's say if you're based in United States, selling to people in the United States, well, you select either of those two here. But maybe you're based in the United States, maybe selling exclusively in Europe, in which case you might select one of those servers here, okay? So because we're based in Ireland here, we can select either Netherlands or maybe United Kingdom. So United Kingdom should be nearest. So let's click on this and now we click change. Very good. And now we're going to finish our setup. So as you can see, now it's taking care of everything. We can see the progress line. So now as you can see, it's installing the SSL certificate for us automatically. Very good. So we're done already. As you can see, well done. You are ready. So from here, you can either go and see your website. So we don't need that because we haven't built anything yet. So we're going to go back to our control panel. Okay, so let's click on manage site. Very good. So now let's install our ticketing system. So scroll down the page, go to websites, expand, and then auto installer. Scroll down the page and right here you have 4 different options. You have WordPress, WooCommerce, Joomla, and other. So this is the one we're interested in. So click on select, and right there where it says search an application, look for HESK, H-E-S-K, just like this, okay? And then select. So let's click on this. Very good. So we need to type the website title. So what's the name of your website? So let's say perhaps Mr. Web Help Desk, okay? So make sure your email address is correct. And right here, create a username and password. Now expand, advanced, and make sure you select the right domain name. So in our case, it's learnwithmrweb.com, okay? So it could be anything, obviously, any domain name that we just registered. So after this, click next. And right here, always update to the latest version and then install. Very good. So that's done already. So there's no message letting you know that it's done. Basically, you'll be redirected to this screen. So now we can access it, okay? So right here on top under auto installer, as you can see, I have a few demo websites that I use for my tutorials, but you should normally have it here. As you can see, this is Hex and this is your domain name. So click on those 3 dots and now click on manage. So this is basically to access your backend. So this is where you will basically, as an admin, look after all your tickets that are coming in and everything, okay? So right here, you enter your username and password that we just created. And here you can select log me on automatically each visit. Remember just my username or no thanks. So I'm just going to select this to make life easier and then click here to log in. So this is basically your admin panel for your ticketing system. So basically it's your URL, so learnwithmrweb.com / and then admins. If you wanted to access it separately, all you have to do is type your domain name / and then add admin at the end, and you will access your admin panel here, okay? And in the front end is basically your domain name, and this is what your customers, your visitors, or whoever is going to access it will see. So as you can see, hello, how can we help? Submit a ticket or view existing tickets. And that's basically it, okay? And you can also access it from here by clicking on Go to Administration panel, okay? So these are basically front end and back end of your help desk. Okay, so first we need to create our different categories. So maybe you don't need categories, in which case general is absolutely fine. Now maybe you have different departments or maybe different areas of business that need to look into, or you can create different categories. So I'm just going to create one as an example, okay? So let's say this one would be maybe web hosting. And then you can set the category priority, as you can see, either low, medium, high, or critical. So maybe when it comes to web hosting or maybe database issues or something like this, maybe it becomes critical and you need to look into it immediately, okay? So let's keep critical as an example here. And you can also have the default due date in days, weeks, months, or year. So feel free to use that as well, okay? So let's click Save Category. So there you go, we have 2 different categories. Now, obviously, you might have different team members as well. Maybe you're the one looking after the general inquiries and someone else is looking after the web hosting and so on, okay? In which case, you might want to add team members as well. So right here, as you can see, you have the one we just created, set ourselves as an admin. Now you can add a new team member very easily by using their email address, okay? So let's put the real name here. So let's say John Doe, and the email address. So let's say john.doe@gmail.com, and the username, let's say John_Doe, okay? And then you can create a password. So I'm just gonna suggest a password here with Chrome, and that should be fine. So next, very good. So admin or not, or staff. So basically it'll be limited to some features obviously here. So that's really up to you. So I'm just gonna add him as a staff member. And as you can see, he will only be looking after the web hosting. And here he can view tickets, reply to tickets, but he cannot delete them or edit them or merge them, okay? So let's click next, very good. And the signature here, so you can add this in HTML code, yes or no. Basically it'll be added to every email that goes out. So maybe John Doe, Mr. Webb's ticketing system, and then mrweb.tv, just like this, okay? So let's click next. So right here, after reply to a ticket, show the ticket I just replied to, return to the main admin page, or open next ticket that that needs my reply. So if it's an employee working for you, maybe you go from one ticket to the other, and here you have all the default notifications. So next, and here again, you can define whether or not you want all these notifications to be sent out. You can feel free to tick or untick any of those based on your preferences, and then we can create the user. There you go. So now we have ourselves and John Doe. So as you can see, by default, it says your name. So you might want to edit this. So I'm going to change this. So edit profile. So here which says your name, I'm going to put my actual name. Okay. And that's basically it. And the username is fine. So update profile. Let me close this as well. Very good. So as you can see now, we have our team members added. We have the categories created. So next, you need to define whether or not you want to use the knowledge base. So what is the knowledge base? Well, if someone asks you a question and they keep asking the same question, for instance, can I ask for a refund or something like this, you can refer them to the knowledge base, or maybe you can send them there outside office hours when you're not replying to tickets, obviously, you know. If this is the case, you can create one. So first you need to go to settings, you go to knowledge base, and you need to define here, yes, enable knowledge base, or no, just use HESC on its own, or disable it altogether. So again, this is really up to you, you know. So in this case, I'm just going to enable it and show you how this works. So once you have this enabled, you go to knowledge base, you go to manage, and right here, as you can see, you can create your different categories and add new articles. So let's create a new category here as an example, okay? So create new category. So let's say this one is related to sales. So let's add the category. Very good. So as you can see, this has been added. So we have our root folder, knowledge base, and then we have a subfolder called sales. Now we can create another one, okay? So let's create another one again, a new category. And let's say this one is web hosting. Like we said, we have two different categories and then add category. So now we have knowledge base, sales, and web hosting, okay? And now you can add your different articles, okay? So let's click on sales. And right here, as you can see, you can insert an article. So click on this, and I'm going to put the title. So can I get a refund, question mark? And here you're going to type the content. So I just got this done with ChatGPT as an example here. So I'm just going to paste it here. These are the refund policies. And that's basically it. So this should answer the question, okay? So I'm going to save the article. Very good. So let's go back to manage. As you can see, I have knowledge sales. I can see one here. And so that means there's something now here, an article. And basically, can I get a refund will be displayed here. And your visitors can access this. So let me show you from the front end. So basically, we had submit a ticket and view existing tickets. And right here now, we have the knowledge base that's been added. So this is done automatically for us. As you can see here with the top article. So can I get a refund? And if they click on this, as you can see, you have all the article that we just typed, basically all the content here, our policies. And you can also vote, was this helpful, yes or no? So let's say, oh, there you go, that was helpful. I got my answer. And this will help you as well, knowing if you have to refine this or not. And you have the ratings as well, okay? So we can go back now. This is basically it. So now let me show you how the ticketing system works. So let's pretend that we are visitors on your website and you want to submit a new ticket. So let's click on this. So what can we help you with? Is it general or web hosting? Remember, we created two different categories, okay? So let's say I'm going to go with web hosting at the moment. Very good. So here I'm going to put my name and email address and subject and message. So I'm going to type this very quickly. So let's say perhaps something like this. You know, Sue Curtis has an issue with database connection on her website. As you can see, our website is showing an error message this morning. Database connection failed. Please, can you look into this immediately, as our website is down and we're losing a ton of money. And now Sue can even add a file. So I'm going to upload a file here, like a screenshot as an example, okay? So as you can see, error establishing database connection, open. And now we can submit our ticket. So there you go. As you can see, this is a confirmation that the ticket was submitted. This is the ticket ID. And also a copy was sent directly to her email address. Now she can check it out immediately from here, view your ticket, or she can follow along in her mailbox, obviously, you know. So right here, now let's go back to the backend. Let's go to our tickets. And as you can see, this one came in. And as you can see, priority high. So someone has to look at this immediately, okay? So from your end, what are you going to do? Well, all you have to do is basically click on it. And there's the message, okay? Database connection failed. So you're going to look into that. And then after this, you can get back to her. Very good. So as you can see, I've typed the message here. So you can see the elapsed time as well. 58 seconds it took me to type this message. So hi, Sue, our technical staff has looked into this. And I'm glad to say that the issue is now sorted out maybe, okay? And then have a nice day. So right here, as you can see, assign to, you can change this maybe to John Doe. And the automatic email signature will be attached to it. As you can see, attached signature, okay? So I'm just going to submit a reply, or you can also submit as resolved as well. In this case, this is probably the case because this is resolved. You can have it on hold as well, in progress, waiting for reply, and so on. So again, this is a nice way to keep track of the progress of your ticketing system here. So in our case, we're going to submit it as resolved, which means that the ticket will be closed at the same time, okay? So let's do this, and very good. So this is done now. So let's have a look from Sue's end, and if we refresh, Sue will be able to see our reply. So as you can see, our staff has looked into this, and I'm glad to say that the issue is now sorted out. Have a nice day. And there you go. Now she can mark this as helpful if she wanted to. And basically this is done, okay? And now let me show you another very handy feature. So basically if you go back here and then you go to templates, you have responses. As you can see, you can create new canned responses. So basically if you keep receiving the same inquiries, the same questions over and over, instead of typing the content each and every time, you can create a canned response. So this is very handy. Let me show you how this works. So let's click on this one here, and right here you have the title and then the message. So let's say your customers keep asking you, which courier company do you use? They're not too sure, you know, they just purchased something online on your website and they're just wondering which company to expect and when are the deliveries and how fast. So here you could have maybe as a title, let's say our delivery partners, and here you can type the message. Now, the nice thing with the message is that you can use those special tags. As you can see, you have ticket number, a tracking ID, the name, first name, email, owner, category, and due date. So for instance, you could type hi and then first name, okay? And then comma. We use, let's say, DHL as our main courier company for all our deliveries, okay? And then we can add maybe that deliveries take between 24 and 72 hours, weekdays. Hope this helps. Kind regard, David, sales department. And then save the response. Very good, okay? So there you go. As you can see, we've created our first canned response. So let's put this to the test. So we go to the front end. So John Doe is going to ask a question. Which courier are you using? And also, how long does it take for my order to be here? Okay, and then submit ticket. There you go. So this is done. So let's have a quick look at our ticket now. And now from the back end, now you can take care of this one. As you can see, it's been recorded from John Doe here. Which courier are you using? So simply click on it. And there you go. As you can see, now you have canned response. So you can use this, our delivery partner, boom. And just like that, you have the canned response. You don't have to look for anything. And basically here you can submit this or submit as, so this time I'm going to submit this as replied, okay? Just like this. And let's go back to the front end. So this is John Doe's screen basically. And if we refresh this, so let's add the tracking ID. And there you go. This is our response basically, okay? As you can see now, John Doe can see we use DHL, da-da-dee-da-da-da, and all the information in here. And you don't have to type everything each and every time, which is super handy. And now if John is happy enough with this, well, you can mark this as result, and that's basically it. And now you can also do the same with your tickets, so you can have templates for your tickets as well. So instead of response or canned response like we just did, well, basically you can create a new template for your tickets on their own. You can put the title and the message. And again, this is going to save you a bit of time having to type it over and over again. There you go, guys. So as always, I'll leave all the links in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.